like books.
Books are great.
Let's
Guess
go
we'll read some books.
Requesting Shan-jahe.
Shan-jahe?
Yeah, requesting Shan-jahe.
Can you, invoke the Rite of Shan-jahe in a pirate fight?
Yeah, it's a fight to the death, and the winner gets to decide the new family policy.
Okay.
It's called Shan-jahe. In all human relationships, people will find certain behavioral characteristics irritating. Though the particular behaviors may differ.
Okay?
The resulting irritations often
I get it. Funny.
For the most part, this anger is distorted in that the other person's behavior is not morally wrong. He or she is just being particularly annoying tonight.
Not perpetrated an evil against us, just wanting to be punchy. If the relationship is a close relationship and the person is one with whom you spend a great deal of time, such as in family or vocation, it is sometimes helpful to seek to mitigate these irritations by requesting change. Gregory, please don't do that.
Do what?
Please.
Do the
yes.
thing where
I
that. Talk at the...
Mm-hmm. Please notice I say requesting, not demanding or manipulating. None of us are on both of those approaches. Hey, if you don't stop, I'm going to stop this and then I'm going to walk out of this Let's Read.
Hey, this is anger, not boundaries.
Oh. I guess we will kind of talk about that anyhow.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing boundaries next. Because, oh my goodness, boundaries.
The book that makes you want to throw it against the wall and then hug it.
We got to put a do not throw your phone warning at the beginning of every boundaries episode.
Yes.
If you're watching this on your phone. Also, FYI, punchy is our word for slap happy. Like when you're slap happy and you're just being silly, we call that punchy. Not like physical punching people in the family. That none of us do that. Okay, just putting that up there. Alright,
When you think about the whole world revolves around you, everything takes on far more importance. No one in China cares if someone took the parking spot you were about to pull into. This is gonna be a changing day in your life.
Dr. Phil McGraw.
I watched quite a bit of Dr. Phil when I didn't have a job.
I don't think that's the same Phil.
That is the same Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil McGraw?
Yeah, that's his name. His show's called Dr. Phil.
Well then, okay. When you think about the world revolving around you, everything takes on far more importance. No one in China cares if someone took the parking spot you were about to pull into. It's not about you.
That's actually not too bad, although it's kind of between Phil McGraw and Hank Hill.
That boy ain't right.
However, if we have a generally positive relationship, most of us tend to respond well to requests. For example, here's an irritation that causes you anger. But why don't you know what irritations cause me anger? Have they seen my kitchen? In the workplace. Oh, okay, never mind.
Your colleague in the next cubicle tends to her coffee while you are talking to a client in yours. You hear the sounds through the door and find it to be very offensive.
After affirming her worth as a colleague, and you do have to do that, it is perfectly appropriate to request that she not drink coffee while you are seeing a client or that she learn to drink it silently. Chances are that a simple request will alleviate the source of your frustration and anger, especially make it clear that you're also open to her requests.
Yeah,
it doesn't work if you just say, shut it!
Yeah, and you know what? Even though that may be how you feel in your mind, and you're so afraid. Okay, so maybe in your mind you're like, stop! Oh my goodness, I'm gonna wring your neck. And then you see them reacting in your mind to that. In the past, that has been enough reason for me to not say anything and just let it boil inside of me until it reaches that boiling point.
And you do say, stop! And then it turns into an argument.
Yeah, that doesn't work. But what I'm telling you is that if you a simple request and you're respectful about it and you make it clear that you are also open to their requests, 95% of the time that's going to work well beyond your expectations. It's going to blow your mind how well that actually works. And you're going to ask yourself, why haven't I been doing this all the time? Mm-hmm. We just shared a moment.
Yes.
The same principle applies in marriage and family relationships. Assuming a fairly good relationship, most husbands will respond to the wife's request that he shave before going to the supermarket on a Saturday, especially if she makes her request before he's done in the bathroom in the morning.
Good point.
Especially if she makes her request after affirming her love for him and assuring him that her motive is that he look his best.
Does that actually work? Would that work with, like, putting the baby in nice clothes before we go outside, somewhere where she'll have people that recognize her?
Well, the point is you gotta appeal to his sense of whatever. If it's something with my appearance personally, you can usually get me to do it just by telling me that you think I look good when I do X, Y, and Z. And you know what? I'll dress up for you, even if it's not really comfortable. If I know I'm making you happy, I'll usually make an attempt. Sometimes, like right now, when I feel like a hot bag of dog stuff.
Dog residue?
Yeah, when I feel like a hot bag of dog residue, you know what? I'm wearing lounge pants. Come hell or high water. I've got a really bad cold, and I'm just not up to it right now. But most of the time that will work. As far as the baby, getting the baby dressed in nice baby clothes, I don't know. We'll have to think about that. It's definitely going to take an appealing to one of my better senses.
Okay.
You know?
And I don't mean... We don't even put a bow on her. Just shirt and pants would be nice.
Right. I prefer the onesie jumper with the feet and the arms and everything.
Which is fine if she's sleeping or if she's at home. But...
Right. I like it when we go out because it's more convenient. Now, I'm just saying that while she can't move around. Once she can walk on her own, pants and shirt, or pants and dress, or whatever, it's totally the way to go. Heck, she's going to wear shoes at that point, too.
Yeah, fair point.
But until then, while we're the one that's doing her clothes, just make it easy on me.
Snaps are not easy. We'll talk about this later. I think we're off on a tangent.
The point is we're willing to compromise.
Yes.
I am willing to compromise. If you let me have my way sometimes, I'll let you have your way sometimes.
Same principle applies in marriage or family relationships. Thank you. Thank you for telling us what we just discussed. Assuming a fairly good relationship, most wives will respond to the request to put their toiletries in a vanity drawer rather than littering the counter with them. If the husband makes this request after pointing out some positive traits about her and expressing his appreciation for all the other things that she does.
The bottom line,
and when she's in the bathroom.
Yeah. The bottom line is that in most relationships, assuming we feel loved and respected by the other person, most of us are willing to make changes if they are couched in the form of a request rather than a demand. Okay, we get a highlight here.
I live in the highlight.
Highlight. Such requests and subsequent changes can alleviate many of the irritating behaviors that stimulate Lewis Black. In my opinion, processing distorted anger is much easier than processing definitive anger. Finding constructive rather than destructive methods of processing both is our objective.
Nobody likes a stimulated Lewis Black.
Okay. Quick take. Things tend to catch on fire.
Although it can be handy.
Yeah, if you need a blowtorch.
Yeah.
Handling bad anger. Share information. Tell the other person about your concern and ask to talk about it. Be sure to focus on the situation that sparked your emotion rather than on the person. Let me talk to you about this situation. Listen, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at this. I am not holding you responsible for this, but I do need your help.
Gather information. Where are the facts?
What are the facts?
Do the old, high school standby who, what, when, where, why, how.
What are the facts? Is it a sin? Negotiate understanding. Express your struggles, then listen to the other person's response.
Listen, not give lip service. Listen.
Be honest.
Is that a Pokemon? Request change.
I believe it's pronounced Shan-jahe.
Shan-jahe, yes, that's right. Request Shan-jahe, the right to, take charge of the family. As long as you neither demand nor manipulate for a Shan-jahe, this can have a positive outcome.
Oh, okay, and that's the end of the chapter. Hey, thank you for tracking with us. We'll see you next time on We Read.
We read.
Anger.
We read. Still read.
This is the book song. I make it up as I go along. I'm singing so that the credits have time to roll. This is the book song. It's getting worse because I don't rehearse. So click on the next video and let's all read some books.